Hey folks, it's Ben Armstrong again. A lot of folks keep scratching their heads saying, what the heck is Barack Obama doing? Why would he do this or why would he do that? And they can never seem to figure it out. He does things to where people say, this just doesn't make any sense. If you're one of those people, I have the answer for you to figure out what Obama is doing. All you have to do is ask this question whenever you don't understand what Obama is doing, or when he's doing something that just seems so off the wall or crazy, it just doesn't make sense why an American president would do it. Ask yourself, maybe it's because he's a Muslim. Then everything makes sense. Let's test this theory. Remember when Obama forced the government to stop using the words Islamic terrorists? Why in the world would an American president do that? Maybe it's because he's a Muslim. Remember when Obama didn't cover his heart for the Pledge of the Allegiance? That didn't make any sense. Why would he do that? What if it's because he's a Muslim? Remember when he refused to wear a flag pin on his lapel? Maybe it's because he's a Muslim. Remember when Obama was at the swearing-in ceremony and it was botched by the Supreme Court justice, so they had to redo it the next day? Why the next day, in the true swearing-in ceremony, did Obama not use a Bible? What if it's because he's a Muslim? Then that would make sense. Remember when Obama tried to stop Israel from building apartments in Jerusalem on Israel's own land in order to appease the Palestinians? Maybe it's because he's a Muslim. Why did Obama attend a church for 20 years that supports and praises the Nation of Islam and honors Louis Farrakhan? And why in almost 2 years as president has Obama never attended a Christian church service? Not once. Maybe it's because he's a Muslim. Remember when Obama was caught reading the book The Post-American World? Why would he do that? Unless he's a Muslim. Remember when Obama gave a speech at Georgetown and he had the Christian symbol covered up before his speech? Maybe it's because he's a Muslim. Remember when Obama said one of the prettiest sounds on earth is the Muslim call to prayer? Why would he say something like that? Maybe it's because he's a Muslim. He also recited the first few lines of the Muslim call to prayer according to the article that quoted him. That means Obama would have said in Arabic that he believes Allah is great and that he bears witness that there is none worthy of being worshipped except Allah. Why would he make those statements in Arabic while quoting the call to prayer? Maybe it's because he was telling the Islamic world he's a Muslim. Remember when Barack Hussein Obama said the U.S. is one of the largest Muslim countries in the world? Even though that's not true. Why would he say that? Maybe it's because he's a Muslim. Did you know Obama invited the Muslim Brotherhood to his speech in Cairo? Why would he do that? Maybe it's because he's a Muslim. Why does Obama seem to want to make friends with Islamic countries, but yet he shuns Israel? Maybe it's because he's a Muslim. Remember when the Obama administration was for prosecuting the Navy SEALs who punched a terrorist? Maybe it's because he's a Muslim. Why would Obama give Miranda rights to terrorists? It makes no sense. Maybe it's because he's a Muslim. Remember when Obama said we will not use nukes in retaliation even if we're attacked with chemical or biological weapons? Why in the world would he say that? Maybe it's because he's a Muslim. Remember when Obama refused to go to Arlington Cemetery on Memorial Day and instead he went to Chicago? Do you know what he did in Chicago on Memorial Day? Well, he went and visited the neighbor's house of Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan. Why would he do all of that? Maybe it's because he's a Muslim. Remember when Obama told NASA that its foremost mission is now to improve relations with the Muslim world? It makes no sense. Unless he's a Muslim. Why did Obama drag his feet and seemingly drag out the BP oil leak? Well, maybe, if he's a Muslim, he wants to help out the Muslim countries by taking down one of the largest non-Muslim oil companies. Why did Obama push for Islamic law and advancing abortion in Kenya with $23 million to help fund the agenda? Maybe it's because he's a Muslim. Why does some evidence point at the Obama administration for pushing for the release of the terrorists convicted of the 1988 Pan Am bombing? Maybe it's because he's a Muslim. Why has Obama appointed Rashad Hussain as a special envoy to the OIC, an organization of 56 Muslim countries, in essence creating a Muslim missionary from the U.S. to other Muslim countries, paid for by you and me, the taxpayers? Why would Obama do that? Maybe it's because he's a Muslim. Why did Obama bow to the Saudi Arabian Muslim king? It makes no sense for a president to do that, unless Obama's a Muslim. Why did Obama cut terrorism funding to New York City one day after the New York City bomber was caught? It makes no sense, unless Obama's a Muslim. Why did an Egyptian foreign minister, Ahmed Abdul Gait, claim that Obama is a Muslim? Quote, "The American president told me, in confidence, that he is a Muslim," unquote. Maybe the Egyptian foreign minister is right. And now Obama has come out supporting the mosque to be built at Ground Zero and to be opened on 9/11, a symbol of Islam conquering New York, and Obama is in support of this mosque being built at Ground Zero. Why in the world would Obama even come close to endorsing that? Maybe it's because he's a Muslim. You see, if you're ever confused about what Obama does, or if he does something that just doesn't seem to make sense, if you fall back on the rule of asking yourself, well, maybe he's a Muslim, then everything seems to make more sense, doesn't it? But let me conclude with this. Let's just say Obama isn't a Muslim. You still have to ask yourself this question. If there really was a secret Muslim who became president, what would that president do any differently than what Obama has done? You see, even if Obama isn't a Muslim, he's doing everything that you would think a Manchurian candidate type of Muslim president would do. So just remember in the future, the next time you're confused about what Obama is doing, just ask that question. Maybe it's because he's a Muslim.